Boom! We're up. Oh, it's dark today. What's going on? Let's bring this up here. Let's get some light on the situation. Okay, that's a bit better. Ooh. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Thursday night general knowledge quiz, becoming quite a nice little slot that I'm thoroughly enjoying doing. I feel like I've not done many of these this week, many quizzes, though I haven't done any quizzes this week on our channel. I've been, last night I was hosting a quiz for the Caravan and Motorhome Club, which was good fun, and also been doing some private birthday party quizzes, so first plug of the night, if your birthday's coming up and you want some fun, we are running like Zoom quizzes, which is quite a laugh. Got another one tomorrow night, actually. Hello, everybody. Who we got? David does do the best dances, and he's had no professional dance training. Fuzzmamba, hi. Robert, hi. Hi, everybody. Cool. We give it just a couple more minutes because I know a lot of people are doing the NHS round of applause, as is tradition every Thursday now. I feel like we should continue doing that every Thursday, even when this is all over. That'll show Boris. All right. I've got 30 questions for you today. Sup, Emmanuel? How's it going? Dragged you away from Hearthstone for half an hour. Alright. I've got 40 people logged in. That's nice. Good to see you all. Or not see you all, but good to know you're there. For those who don't know, this is your first time. Number 11 crew locked in, of course. And Annabelle and Shu are in by the looks. Nice work. For those who don't know, I am Simon. I run a company called Treehouse Quizzes. As you can see, we've got a little fancy logo in the corner there of the screen. We do enjoy hosting quizzes all around London normally, but unfortunately we've had to go online with everything as it is. We're running quizzes every night, myself and my excellent team of quiz hosts. I'm sure you saw Shura on Tuesday night. Callum's been doing a great job and really helping me out, because first 2 weeks of this I decided I could write a quiz a night or a quiz a day, which is way too much work. I almost went mad. But Callum's been writing a lot of the themed ones, so much appreciated, Callum. He's doing a great job. Tomorrow night, last plug, and then we'll crack on. I do have to mention the payment thing in a sec as well. But tomorrow night, Big Jim's back. Big Jim's lock-in last Friday, for those of you who tuned in, was a thing of beauty. It was a man spiralling into the depths of drunkenness and gradually losing coherence and knowledge of where he was. And he did. It was great. And so how could I not have him back? So tomorrow night, Big Jim's quiz lock-in. He promised not to get us drunk this time. We'll see. He's still going to down a pint at some point, apparently. So 5 o'clock. That's 5 o'clock tomorrow night. 8 o'clock, not 5 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So grab a beer or a wine and tune in. And he actually does write a good quiz. It's not just about the beer. Okay. Final thing. Hello everyone. Wishful thinkers are back. Lucy says Pip is feeling sassy. That's good. Hello John Stevenson. Just going to pop a link in the chat. It is ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/treehouse quizzes. We do ask that everyone throws in an ideal world, £2 a quiz. £1 a quiz is fine. If you can't afford it, do not worry. All I say is if you are playing our quizzes regularly, maybe just pay once a week, because PayPal do take a cut every time we receive a payment. But as you would in the pub, £1 or £2 a player, very much appreciated if you're able to pay that, and it means me and my quiz hosts can all pay our rents and buy food for ourselves in these strange times. Right, let's get on with the quiz. Hello from Team Pandemonium. Hello, Team Pandemonium. David is a poetic dancer, brings a tear to my eye every time. That's so true. One day I'll put a video of him up. I've just punched the microphone. It's a good start. Okay, grab a pen, grab a paper, or several papers. And it's been 1 week for Jodie. What's been going on, Jodie? Or it's been a week since that night. That was a thing. Okay. Yeah, on Saturday nights we do a music quiz followed by a bit of a party afterwards. So this Saturday, it is advertised as me, but to be honest, I do need to take the weekend off, so I've taken Saturday and Sunday off. So the lead singer of my band, Luke, he's a very professional, excellent DJ. He's written a music quiz just for you on Saturday, and everyone's ready to go. So let's go. Right. Question number 1. Nice and easy to start. Question number 1. In which sport would you win the Ryder Cup? In which sport would you win the Ryder Cup? Jack Mallard's just texted. He's in and paid. Thanks, Jack. Appreciated. Good to have you back. I won't be mean to you this week like I was last week. So number 1, in which sport could you win the Ryder Cup? Number 2, according to the adverts, which beer is probably the best lager in the world? It's definitely not. They're lying to us. But according to their adverts, which beer is probably the best lager in the world? Is Miles Ginger back? Team Cooper ready to go. Nice. I do ask you to pop your scores in the chat at half-time, once we've marked them. It's good to see how everyone's doing. Needless to say, don't bother Googling. There's no prize. Why would you Google? It's good just to see how well you do compared to others. Number 3, what is a baby swan called? What is a baby swan called? Oh, I've just moved a thing there, trying to wipe. I have a touchscreen laptop, and I went to wipe a bit of dust, and I forgot I hadn't locked the video in place. It's a piece of software called OBS. It's very fancy, but little things like that can happen. Okay. Number 4. Who directed the remake, or the 2005 remake of War of the Worlds? Who was the director of the 2005 remake of War of the Worlds? Go feed to the max, says Dave J. It's an interesting thing to be a fan of there, but it does the job. Oh, do you mean you've co-feed me to the max? I thought you were a fan of Ko-fi.com. Maybe you are. But thank you very much, Dave. If you have paid your entry there, much appreciated. Okay. I've got a picture for you for question number 5. Boom. This is an album cover. I would like you, for the point, to tell me who released this album. That's question 5. This album here. No, this way. There you go. This album here. Who released it? For 1 point. I'm on some cheap red wine today. Been quite good at not drinking all week, because the first couple of weeks of lockdown I was drinking many things. But no, I had a few days off. I'm drinking a Baron Amarillo Rioja. Karina would be proud. I don't know if this is a good one or not. It tastes like red wine. Alright. Swig swig, babes. Okay. I actually had have a picture for this next question. Not that you need the picture, but any excuse to put a cute puppy on the screen. In which decade did the Anthrax puppy first appear in an advert? In case you don't know what the Anthrax puppies look like. Oh, look at them. Oh, they're so cute. In what decade did they first appear in an advert? Just want the decade. I'll tell you what though, let's go wild. You can have an extra half a point if you get the year spot on. So put the year down. If you're in the right decade, you get a point. You get a bonus half if you get the year. Say goodbye, little puppies. They look so sad, actually. Why do they look so sad? Probably because their cuteness is being exploited. I would never do such a thing with an animal to advertise and sell products. Speaking of, Tufty is around, but he had quite an adventurous morning trying to kill a fly, and he's literally spent the last 6 hours sleeping, and I tried to coax him upstairs and it wasn't happening. He was just like, no, go away. I've been very busy. Alright, number 7. In Greek and Roman mythology, there is a multi-headed hound that guards the gates of Hades. What is it called? So that's in Greek and Roman mythology. A multi-headed hound guards the gates of Hades. What is that hound called? And Annabelle and David, far too on the same wavelength, both made a joke that the puppies are sad because everyone bought all the loo roll. Looks like we've got over 50 playing. Hello everybody. If you're not already, do give the channel a follow, and especially if you're not already on Facebook, follow Treehouse Quizzes. You'll be able to see all of the quizzes we're doing every night. I will be tomorrow posting our schedule for next week, which will include such delights as a Game of Thrones quiz, and people are shouting for another Harry Potter one, so we're going to do a second Harry Potter quiz with Leia hosting again. People enjoyed Leia hosting. She seems to be only really wants to host Harry Potter ones though, which is fine. Okay, number 8. I'm going to give you 3 people. You need to tell me what first name they shared. So what first name was shared by Byron, Van Morrison and Orson Welles? That's what first name was shared by Byron, Van Morrison and Orson Welles. Keep punching the microphone. Let's move it back a little. I'm sure people don't need that. Right, number 9. Question number 9. Which actor famously played the role of Laurie Strode in 1978's Halloween? That's which actor famously played the role of Laurie Strode in 1978's Halloween. Check over on the Facebook in case people seem to stop, but occasionally we get someone wandering Facebook looking for the quiz, messaging going, "Where is the quiz? I heard there was a quiz." No one this time though. Okay. I've got an anagram for you. This anagram, when you unscramble the letters, the solution will be the name of a famous author, famous writer. This is question 10. Solve the anagram. Famous author's name. Someone subscribed to the YouTube, that's great. Quite a few people paying their entry, thank you very much everyone. We hope we're getting lots of nice messages. A few people messaged us this week saying thank you for providing entertainment, potentially free entertainment if you are really struggling. We really do not mind if you do not pay your entry, but those who can afford it, £1 or 2 quizzes, pretty fair in it. So thank you Adam and Dave and Chris and Daniel. That's great. And as I say, the rest of this week, tomorrow night's Big Jim's big pub quiz lock-in. He keeps changing the name, I lose track. Saturday is a music quiz, which is always a laugh. This week with Luke, who is very excited and will most likely spend a lot of it changing outfits. If he doesn't, I'm going to be disappointed. And Sunday night, we always finish Callum's weekly slot with the general knowledge. Alright, number 11. Question 11. What is the capital of Iceland? The capital of Iceland. I made a terrible mistake today and joined in with quite an intense workout with my girlfriend and our workout team, 11ers. Genuinely had to have a lie down after. Had a nap. It was real intense. I'm going to carry on though. It'll be good. Good opportunity to get fit. Malcolm says he's late in. I can throw questions 1 to 7 out there for you, Malcolm. Are you ready? I'm going to do them, rapid fire them out there. So number 1, in which sport would you win the Ryder Cup? Number 2, according to the adverts, which beer is probably the best lager in the world? Number 3, what is a baby swan called? And so the others don't get bored. I'll rephrase 4 to 7 in just a minute. I'm going to give question 12. Question number 12, and I'm going to do the voice for 2 reasons. 1, because I like doing the voice, and 2, I think Mealy's watching, and she does not like this voice. Which film ends with the line, "Hang on, lads, I've got a great idea"? That's which film ends with the line, "Hang on, lads, I've got a great idea." I don't think he sounded like that back then, but you got to do it. So Malcolm, questions 4 to 7. Number 4, who directed the 2005 remake of War of the Worlds? Number 5, was this album cover? Who released it? Who was the artist? And number 6 was in which decade did the Androids puppy first appear in an advert? And you get a bonus half if you get the year spot on. So number 6, which decade did the Androids puppy first appear in an advert? And number 7, the last one you missed there, Malcolm, was in Greek and Roman mythology, a multi-headed hound guards the gates of Hades. What was it called? Right, everyone else, and you, Malcolm, as well, don't not pay attention to these ones. Number 13, when measured by number of people who can be seated, the venue with the highest capacity in the world is used for which sport? So that's when measured by the number of people who can be seated, the venue with the highest capacity in the world is used for which sport? Okay, only 2 more questions of this round to go. This half to go. Number 14, worth 2 points this one. The Kattegat. I'm going to spell this because I can't guarantee I'm saying it right. The Kattegat, Kattegat, separates which 2 northern European countries? The Kattegat. The Kattegat is a sea area. Don't know if that helps, but the Kattegat separates which 2 northern European countries? Get a point for each one. Team What's Cooking Good Looking just joined. So those who have joined quite late, I believe you can rewind the video back to 0 and watch from the beginning, but obviously if you type into the chat it's going to be very delayed from where I actually am. And number 15. Number 15 is another picture for you. I've made this one nice and big, so it will take up most of the screen. You'd probably just see my eyes peeking over the top. Question 15. Name the city whose skyline this is. Okay, there it is. Name the city whose skyline this is. I checked with someone from this city that it was recognisable, and they assured me yes. So, that's good. Right. If you need a question repeated, throw it in the chat now. Otherwise, in 2 minutes' time, I'm going to tell you the answers for the first half. Pop that down. So I'm back. Sure, it seems so much darker today than usual. Whoa, it's too bright. No, that's not going to work. You'll have to cope with that. I'm just going to put my nice fairy lights on. That's not helped at all. Number 13, David, is when measured by the number of people who can be seated, the venue with the highest capacity is used for which sport? You need to name the sport. Daisy, I'm not going through all 15. It's not happening. Don't rush it. Just rewind the video and enjoy the quiz at the pace it should be. 14. Number 14, John, was the Kattegat. Kattegat separates which two northern European countries? The Kattegat is an area of sea. Number 12, hang on lads, I've got a great idea, is the last line in which film? Hang on lads, I've got a great idea. No worries, it's Brains. Hey Brains. Just enjoy the second half, see if you can beat everyone else in the second half. Yes, if you do rewind, you can't heckle. Which is why I highly encourage it. Okay, 1 minute to go before I give you the answers for the first half. I'm getting to that point that everyone's getting to where I need a haircut. Gareth, I'm coming over. This weekend we're doing it. If that's okay, please. Right. Where are we? Alright, let's go with the answers for the first half. So, if you're playing in separate teams at home, if you're playing against each other, swap sheets. Otherwise, swap pens and mark. So, number 1. In which sport could you win the Ryder Cup? It is, of course, in golf. This is 1 point per question, unless I say. Number 2, according to their adverts, which beer is probably the best lager in the world? Carlsberg. Number 3, a baby swan is a cygnet. Cygnet. Number 4, the 2005 remake of War of the Worlds was directed by Steven Spielberg. And number 5, the artist of this album is Kanye West. Number 6, the Androids Puppies. Look at their little faces. They first appeared in an advert in the 1970s was the decade. If you put a year and you put 1972, give yourself 1.5 points. Number 7, in Greek and Roman mythology, a multi-headed hound, it's a great phrase to say, guards the gates of Hades. It was called, it's 2 pronunciations, Kerberos or Cerberus. Basically, same spelling, but K or a C is acceptable. Kerberos or Cerberus. Number 8, the first name shared by Byron, Van Morrison and Orson Welles is George. Simply George. Number 9, the actor who famously played Laurie Strode in 1978's Halloween was Jamie Lee Curtis. Number 10, the anagram. This one here, the solution. Author of Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll was the solution. Number 11, capital of Iceland, Reykjavik. Reykjavik. Number 12, hang on lads, I've got a great idea, is the last line in The Italian Job. Number 13, measured by the number of people who can be seated, the venue with the largest capacity is used for motor racing. Is the venue used for the Indianapolis 500. Its seating capacity was just under 300,000. But it does officially have a capacity of almost 400,000. So I assume there's a lot of standing as well. That's a lot of people. The Kattegat separates which 2 northern European countries? 1 point each. 1 point for Denmark. 1 point for Sweden. Denmark and Sweden. And number 15, the Skyline. There it is. It is Moscow. Moscow. Right. So that's half time. Pop your scores. What's the scores on the doors, George Doors? Pop them in the chat. And let's see how people are doing. It was out of... It's out of 16.5 by my calculations. 4 from Daisy, but on brains. But considering you missed the end, it's not surprising. 8 from Annabelle and Shura. Julian Foster's on 12. Dave and Rach are on 10. 8 from David and Naomi. Farah's on 12. 15 for Team Pandemonium. That's a good score, Team Pandemonium. Only dropped a 1.5 there. Da-da. 11 from the 11 boys. 11 boys. 13 from the 11 crew. It's pretty solid stuff. 15 seems to be the leader there. Alright. 10 from Shelley and Jack. Why they don't go in the chat, I don't know, but it's nice to get a private message. And 9 from Robert Griffiths. Alright, we'll take 1 minute just while everyone tops up drinks, runs to the bathroom, pops outside for a cigarette, whatever you need to do. As always at half time, I do mention, for those who missed it at the beginning, these quizzes. We do ask people if they can pay their entry, £1 or £2. Very simple link to do that. Ko-fi.com/treehouse quizzes. The other option though, if you are an avid PayPal user, you can send straight to simon@treehousequizzes.co.uk. £1 or £2 a player's grand. And we're going to start round 2 in 2 minutes' time. Chats B got 13. 13's good work. Alright. Go Chats Place. Palace. Palace? Yeah, not place. I kept reading it as Chats Place. Okay. So yeah, next week, Game of Thrones and another Harry Potter quiz. So keep an eye on the Facebook. Just if you're not already, head over to Treehouse Quizzes on Facebook and follow us on there. You'll be able to see the schedule when I put it up tomorrow. And if you have any requests for themes, do message us with them. We will consider all sensible suggestions. We do find the themed ones attract less people, but a much more kind of dedicated crowd, which is quite nice. People are very into the things that they're into, unsurprisingly. What a weird thing to say. Maybe I should just... I'll put the holding image back up and not just blabber for no reason. Okay. I'll give you 30 seconds and then we'll start the second half. Talk to us, Simo. Oh, what should I say? Is the Messiah coming back out on Saturday? Possibly, Geordie. As I say, Luke's going to be running the quiz this week. I'm definitely going to do it next Saturday because at the big, well, the gang you saw on Saturday, there's 2 birthdays next weekend. So we thought a cool music quiz and then probably some boogieing afterwards. He has to. I think he just wants to lie down. But depending on what happens Saturday night, we are actually playing a house game of Jeopardy, which we're very excited. Karina's organising that, which is good fun. Brains wants some pillow talk. I know that's Brains and not Daisy typing that. But I would say 2 Saturdays time. Big. Oh no, the 11 are saying see you Saturday. They're on for it. I guess we'll be logging in once Jeopardy's done. But yeah, every Saturday we do a music quiz followed by DJ, just playing some cool tunes. We've had good responses from it. People plug us into their sound systems. They have a bit of a dance, have a sing, have some drinks. Good Saturday night. It's like being in a club, but you can turn the music down when you want to talk to people. So it's like the best club in the world. Sweet as. And Geordie and his sister bloomin' loved it on Saturday, and his mum. Oh, we played Queen. His mum came in with a moustache and a hoover. Oh, it was brilliant for I Want to Break Free. Let's do some more questions. So, second half. Number 16. What type of animal is a skink? What type of animal is a skink? S-K-I-N-K. Frida. What a legend. I don't know if my mum's on tonight. She normally shouts at me if I don't say hello to her. Number 17. Which is the largest island in the Mediterranean? The largest island in the Mediterranean. I hope Frida remembered when this is all over, she said we could all come for roast dinner. All 16 of us. And number 18. What nickname did the cast and crew of Jaws give to the animatronic shark that they used? So the big animatronic shark on set, cast and crew gave it a nickname. And what was the nickname? This is a classic pub quiz question, so if you don't know it, log it in the brain, because if you do quizzes a lot, it will come up again. I can repeat 17, Farah. It is the largest island in the Mediterranean. Which is the largest island in the Mediterranean? Annabelle and Shira say the shark is called Clark. I can tell everyone it's not. That'd be a good name. Oh, this next question reminds me. If I did a Stranger Things quiz, would people be into it? Throw in the chat. 18 for Julian. What nickname did the cast and crew of Jaws give to the animatronic shark? So the animatronic shark on set, what was the nickname that everyone gave it? Speaking of Stranger Things, 19, that's why I mentioned it. What's the name of the town that the TV series Stranger Things is set in? What is the name of the town? Geordie's saying yes. 16. James, 16, was what type of animal is a skink? A skink. Dave's saying, yeah, yes to a lot of yeses for Stranger Things. I can definitely do a Stranger Things quiz. Might not be able to squeeze it in next week, so we've already promised. Flora says no, no thanks. Julian says yes, but keep it basic. We're generally with these themed quizzes. We're doing first third is easy, second third is kind of medium, and then it's hardcore for the last 10 questions. I'm tempted to replace Game of Thrones with Stranger Things next week. We'll see. I'll put it on the. I'll do a Facebook poll. Number 20. One that any Harry Potter fans out there will probably know. What sort of mythical creature is this? Say Harry Potter fans. 11ers. Number 17 was the largest island in the Mediterranean. So Alright, Flora, don't worry, it won't be a Stranger Things quiz every night. We still will do the general knowledge ones and the music one. But we're generally doing 2 themed quizzes a week. Because the first week we were just doing general knowledge ones every night, and that just got a bit mad. So number 20 is the picture on your screen. What sort of mythical creature is that? What's its name? It's not Steve or anything. Well, David, I didn't know you felt so strongly about Game of Thrones. I assume that's you don't like Game of Thrones, swear, rather than yeah. Let's get rid of this fellow. Number 21. I always feel obliged to put a football question in. I don't like football, but I know most of the world does. So, number 21. Which English footballer was the first to break the £10 million transfer fee record? That's which English footballer was the first to break the £10 million transfer fee record. I do have in the Premiership here written. I don't know if that's important, so I'm going to specify in the Premiership. So, which English footballer was the first to break the £10 million transfer fee record in the Premiership? Daisy, rugby questions. Again, I know that's brains. Although Daisy's Welsh, so she might want rugby questions. You know me, if I'd do an entire rugby quiz, but I tried to do an entire rugby quiz once during the Rugby World Cup in a pub and no one turned up, so I figured people don't want rugby quizzes. Naomi wants a musicals quiz. Do you know what? I probably wouldn't run that, but I tell you what, if Luke enjoys Saturday night, well, firstly, I bet there'll be there'll be a musical round anyway, and also if he enjoys Saturday night and wants to host again, which I hope he will, he is a big musical fan. Lucy says Billy No Mates. I was Billy No Mates that night. I'll tell you what, 2 teams turned up and we did the quiz sitting around a table together. It was quite a nice night. Okay, we'll do a musical quiz. It's on the list. Alright, 22. Picasso. You've all heard of Picasso, but he was born in 1881 in which Spanish city? Picasso, born in 1881 in which Spanish city? Geordie's dad's down for a rugby quiz. Seeing as you lot said you were in Wales, that doesn't surprise me. I don't know if he is Welsh, but... Wait, that's Jodie, not Geordie. Are they chatting on separate things? Alright, 23. In which English county, so you want the English county that is the source of the River Thames. Which English county is the source of the River Thames? Miles has just messaged me asking, because I did promise my friend Miles, whose birthday is next week, that he could co-host a quiz with me. It's his greatest dream. It's always ever longed for, to co-host a quiz. But why not? I'm just checking your message. I'll give you another 30 seconds with that one. 24. Which David Bowie song was banned temporarily by the BBC in July 1969? So the year was 1969, so that's the big clue. Which David Bowie song, David Bowie, was banned temporarily by the BBC in July 1969? Geordie just called me a sausage. Miles, I see you messaged me, but now I've lost the message. I don't know where it is. Let me know what day your birthday is, and we'll see if we can have you co-hosting the quiz. We want to do a comedy quiz. Whether that means we're funny or we're asking questions about funny things, I don't know, but we'll make it funny. Number 25 is this picture here. Name the actor. It's question 25. Name the actor. Always amazes me when I look at the number of viewers at the beginning of the quiz and then I look towards the end and there's still the same number. People are still stuck around. Thank you for not leaving. Alright. I'm going to leave that fellow up for you for the next question, just so you can keep looking at his handsome face. 26. What is the colloquial name for the 1871 painting? The official title of this painting is Arrangement in Grey and Black, the Artist's Mother. What is the colloquial name, the name that people generally refer to this painting by? This painting was an 1871 painting, officially titled Arrangement in Grey and Black, the Artist's Mother. What does the average person refer to it as? Take this fellow down. Number 27, a geeky one for you. I should just do a full geek quiz, that'd be great. Just all the things I like. In which century, so you just want the century, that the events of Star Trek the original series take place? In which century do the events of Star Trek the original series take place? So that's the original series with Captain Kirk. In what century do they take place? It's a tricky one. Unless you're a hardcore fan. I probably wouldn't get that one. I'd have a good stab, but let's see if we can coax the cat up. Meow. No, just a housemate. They're less cute. Number 28. This question makes me smile just because I enjoyed it so much. Which two actors rode motorbikes around the world in the television series The Long Way Round? So which two actors rode motorbikes around the world in the TV show The Long Way Round? If you haven't seen it, I'd highly recommend it. Very good. You can do vicarious travelling via it at the moment. It's a good watch. So it's a TV show, The Long Way Round. Which two actors rode motorbikes around the world? One of them's very famous. One of them said he was an actor. He hadn't been in a lot, bless him. 9 Rules Productions have logged in. 9 Rules Productions, for those with a not interesting sense of comedy, that's the wrong phrasing. I think it's really funny, but I think, hello, we've got a cat. I think a lot of people will find it very funny. Come on. And I suggest checking them out. You can see them in the chat there. Check out their profile. Watch some of their videos. Some are weirder than others, but some are very, very funny indeed. Number 29. Come on, stop being shy. Question number 29. The stripes. So this is a 2-point question. You get half a point for each bit here. The stripes on the Mexican flag are which 3 colours and which animal appears on that flag? So it's the stripes on the Mexican flag are which 3 colours and which animal appears on that flag? That's the Mexican flag. You need to name the 3 stripes. What colour are they and what animal is on the flag? Speaking of animals, I'm going to grab one. door in public, won't you? Here he is. Oh, you're still sleepy, aren't you? You never caught that fly. I'll stay on the desk. Oh, that's such a good tail. Right, we've got one more question for you. Blimey. Do you want to put you over here? Just go there. Don't knock over the wine. Number 30. Old Tufters. Number 30. Name the musician. Don't stand on the keyboard, you'll put us offline. There he is. He's watching you. He's a pretty cute cat. So question number 30. Name the musician on your screen. That is the last question. If you need any questions repeated, now is an excellent time to ask. Pop it in the chat. You're regretting coming in now, aren't you? Because you know this happens. You want straight back out. Blooming cats. Apparently John loves gutters. The cat's not called Gutters. It's called Tufters. Apparently Lucy's cat fancies him. I don't blame your cat, really. I'm going to take this lady down. 26, David. What is the colloquial name for the 1871 painting, Arrangement in Grey and Black, the artist's mother? The colloquial name for the 1871 painting, Arrangement in Grey and Black, the artist's mother. He's gone. That was it. You mean Gutters? I'll just rename the cat. Oh, you just love gutters. You're a big fan of things that funnel water off of roofs. A glass and a bit of wine, and I'm talking rubbish. Speaking of people talking rubbish when they're drunk, Big Jim's big quiz lock-in tomorrow night. Sorry, Jamie, it was too easy. But do tune in for it. Really good fun. A bit of madness. He'll down a pint at some point, if you ask him enough on the chat. He did say I'd probably leave it till the end this time. Some good music rounds, some good humming rounds. That was a thing. And yeah, I highly recommend. Right, I'm going to give you 1 minute, and then the answers are coming your way. Final shout out for, if you do enjoy the quizzes at Treehouse Quizzes, we do appreciate, as you would in the pubs, paying your quiz entry fee, £1 or £2 a quiz. If you're playing multiple times in a week, throw it just once a week, send it to our Ko-fi link or our PayPal link. Boom, in the chat there, or Simon at treehousequizzes.co.uk. And we do very much appreciate it, because Treehouse Quizzes is a business. We normally run between, depending on the week, between 6 and 10 quizzes a week across London. And obviously now we're running no quizzes a week across London, except we're running a quiz a night across the world. Okay, some answers coming your way. Last question again. Yes, of course, John. That was name the musician that is on your screen now. Okay. Perfect timing, 5 to 9. Swift 55 minutes. Okay then. The answers for the second half, as I always say, if you're playing against each other in your houses, swap sheets. Otherwise, grab your marking pen, because if you're like me, you'd have a different pen for marking. Number 16. 1 point per question again. What type of animal is a skink? Is a type of lizard. They're quite cute, little fat things. It's a lizard. Number 12, largest island in the Mediterranean is Sicily. Sicily. Number 18, what nickname did the cast and crew of Jaws give to the animatronic shark? They called it Bruce, which was why, in Finding Nemo, the main shark was called Bruce. There's a nice little reference in there. Number 19, the name of the town that the television series Stranger Things is set in. It's called Hawkins, the town of Hawkins. Me and Mealy went and did the Stranger Things Secret Cinema. It was real cool. Mealy was feeling really ill, and so the whole thing was a bit trippy and weird for her, which is probably the best way to do it. Number 20. What sort of mythical creature was this? That is a hippogriff. A hippogriff. Of the front half of an eagle, back half of a horse, because that's a logical combination. Number 21. The English footballer who was the first to break the £10 million transfer fee record in the Premiership, the great Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer. Even I've heard of him and am aware of his work. He scored some goals. I believe he's the top scoring footballer in the Premiership as well. Number 22, Picasso was born in 1881 in the city of Malaga. You can go to the Picasso Museum there. It was fine. It killed an hour. Number 23, which English county is the source of the River Thames? It is Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire is the source of the River Thames. 24, which David Bowie song was banned temporarily by the BBC in July 1969. I did say 1969. Space Oddity, and it was because of the Apollo 11 mission. Probably didn't want to jinx it. Number 25, the actor. This fellow here. He's Sam Wilson, the Falcon from the Avengers, and the actor's name is Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie. 26. 26. What is the colloquial name for the 1871 painting, arrangement in grey and black, The Artist's Mother? It is known as Whistler's Mother. And the only reason I know about it was from a Mr. Bean film. Number 27. In which century do the events of Star Trek, the original series, take place? The 23rd century. 23rd century. I'm being asked to put the Ko-fi link on the Facebook page. Can't see it on your phones. I'll pop it up there. When the quiz is done, I'll put a little post saying anyone who enjoyed the quizzes. Brain says Mr. Bean. That's what I said, didn't I? Mr. Bean film. Number 28. So 27 was the 23rd century. 28, the two actors that rode motorbikes around the world in the television series The Long Way Round. It was Ewan McGregor, the great Ewan McGregor, and his mate Thingy, Charlie Borman. Thingy. That's a really niche online video. Ewan McGregor for a point, Charlie Borman for a point. Highly recommend watching it. Number 29, the stripes on the Mexican flag and the animal that appears on it. Half a point each here. So the colours for half a point each were green, white and red. Green, white, red, half for each. And the animal is an eagle. Eagle. Green, white, red and eagle. 2 points maximum for that question. Bring back the vests. I might wear a vest next week, maybe. Once I do more of these workouts, I'll get the guns out. Number 30, the actor. Not the actor, the musician. Author of the, as I was proclaiming on Saturday night when I was drunk, the greatest song in the world is Vanessa Carlton. Probably not the best, greatest song in the world, but it is a real classic. If YouTube wouldn't kick us off, I'd play it for you. But you'll probably hear it Saturday night at the music quiz and hang out afterwards. Alright, there's also a snake on the Mexican flag there. Oh, Charlie, I think you're right there. I think there is also a snake on the Mexican flag. The eagle's killing a snake. If you put a snake, have a half. Terry Crews did a great cover of 500 miles. Is it 500 miles? How many miles did Vanessa Carlton travel? Put your scores in the chat. 19. 10 in the second half from Daisy and Brains. Good work. 25 from Julian altogether. Terry Crews is a G. I'm going to have to look up the Terry Crews cover of Vanessa Carlton. That's 16.5 from Dave and Naomi. Is it 1,000 miles he travelled? She travelled. The Proclaimers travelled 500 miles. People need to stop travelling such long distances in songs. 24 from Fire. That's a good score there. 25 from Julian's in the lead, though. 19.5 from Dave J. Proclaimers were 500 miles indeed. Sophiax. 17, second half, lets down. 24 from Jody. 25 seems to be the one, though. Can anyone beat 25? I suppose you could just put 26 in the chat, but don't lie. There'd be no need to. Alright, I'm going to throw the Ko-fi link as requested up on the Facebook. 18 from Jack and Shelley. Good work. 21 from the 11 gang. 28.5 from Team Pandemonium. How many are you there, Team Pandemonium? Just a couple of you, or you got a whole house there? Thank you for thanking me, Annabelle. Very kind. 3 in second half from John. It all went downhill there. AK. Oh, that was your team name. Gryffindor in the sheets, Slytherin. Gryffindor on the streets, Slytherin in the sheets. And that's oh, you're teaming up on Zoom or House Party or whatever it is. Old Team Pandemonium. Good idea to team up. Oh, you're managing over WhatsApp. Fair enough. All right. As I say, I'm going to throw the Ko-fi link up on the Facebook. If you aren't able to access it on your phone, pop over to Treehouse Quizzes on Facebook, and please like us, follow us on Facebook if you haven't already. Follow us on YouTube. If you're able to, £1 or £2 a player, very much appreciated. Otherwise, enjoy the quizzes over the weekend. You may see me on camera on Saturday, most likely dressing up if last weekend's anything to go by. Otherwise, watch out tomorrow. I'm going to post up the schedule for next week, probably tomorrow morning, so you can put it in the diary for whichever you fancy. Thanks for the quiz. Best bit is always seeing Gutters, John. Good old Gutters, the furry cat. On that note, gonna log out now. Thanks very much for playing, everyone. Always a pleasure, and we'll see you soon. Ciao.